Please enjoy this feature presentation of the Crooked River Radio Network. This program may contain adult content and is intended for mature audiences only.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The arguments begin now.
Good evening.
Oh, wow. That's the first time that you actually showed up on the screen when the show started.
Well, I've been working.
God bless you, my friend.
I've been working on it. What do you think? They had a... Can you actually see the... where it says the art of argument there at the bottom?
Yes.
All right, I want you to see what I did here. I'm going to switch screens.
That's a little rundown.
For a while.
I mean, but what
Well, it's just an
purpose
advertisement.
does it serve?
It's what I can do is I can turn each one of these on. I'll show you this one again. And it's just a little ad.
Okay.
That's a little ad for the show. Or if I want to take and do something with the other show, I just click it there. And it says Elmer's World. Isn't that cool?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a genius. I just don't show it.
I get what you're doing, just advertising.
Yeah, it's the name of the game. Plus,
All right.
if you look at the bottom here.
At first I was like, well, what the fuck's the point? What? It says the art of argument. Well, that's where we're at, so.
If you look at the bottom here.
I didn't get it.
This is the upcoming topics we're going to talk about. Isn't that sweet?
The late night tyranny. Oh.
I knew you were going to pick up on that.
The woes. Hey, it's the first one on the list. I'm just reading what you got scrolling. Epstien files and the government shutdown. Federal police force. Okay, I'm
next up, though,
I'm good.
Is stand up. Americans stand up for late night tyranny. I should say it. It should probably say on, huh? Oh, we'll fix that later. Yeah, we actually did quite a bit of work to this broadcaster. There was parts of it that haven't worked for about 3 or 4 months. I've just been too lazy to fix them, but they're fixed now. And this bottom thing that's called it's called the downstream keyer. And what's cool about it is if I switch like that, it's the lettering's still there. If I come back to here and I go to zoom, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our show.
Is Mr. Good Citizen with us today?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Yeah, chicken out.
I decided since I had to let the cat out of the bag, I'd probably just not use them anymore.
Why?
Why not?
Get him on the show.
Nah, no fun.
The cat's out the bag.
It was no fun.
Cat's out the bag. My thing is, if you are going to speak on a topic and give your opinions on a topic and do those things, if you want to be a part of the show, then participate. You know, you got your face out here every other week. I got my face out here every other week. Anybody that might look, okay, they might run into me in the grocery store and they might decide that they don't like what I believe and kick my ass or something like that. Man, maybe even kill me. Who knows?
Nah.
You know, that's how Charlie Kirk went down. But I digress.
Yeah.
You know, it's if you're going to have an opinion, be a man, stand up and give your opinion. You know, face to face. And
Well, that's not what he agreed to.
well, that's fine because he's chicken shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that.
calling.
Chicken shit.
He's
No, chicken shit. I'm not name calling.
Mr. Good.
I'm calling
Good
out
citizen.
what is happening. Chicken shit. He's a wonderful man. I believe he's a wonderful man. But if you have, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't walk down the street with an "Make America Great Again" hat on my head because I might as well put crosshairs on my chest.
Or
Okay, I don't do that.
Or Donald Trump.
Okay, and I get it.
Or Donald
get
Trump
it.
was right about everything.
But I'm not saying he was or wasn't. I'm talking about
Well,
that.
he's got a hat that says
But
that.
if you get on here, you're a person sitting in your room and you're talking. Nobody knows where the hell you are.
Yeah.
I mean, does this have my address
Nope.
plastered across it or anything like that?
Doesn't
No.
have mine either. It goes to a P.O. box.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, I mean,
Or Ely Mail. Anyway, let's get started here. I don't have any clips tonight, unfortunately, because I just
oh darn.
decided that I didn't have the time to get them. So we'll just talk about these subjects independently and see where each other stands on them. One of the new features we've got across the bottom of this screen here, it's going to give you a list of the stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. And it's going to be everything from Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert to the Epstien.
Oh, you added that one in.
The Epstein files. Well, it's the same thing. It's late night TV. And where we both stand at on the government shutdown, which that's going to be a good one. And is there a possibility of a federal police department? But anyway, let's pick one. You had one you wanted to talk about. You want to do that one first?
I don't care either way.
Well, let's do that one.
But okay, well, it's come out that there was at least, actually, the actual number I have seen is 274 FBI agents that were in the crowd during the January 6th riots. After being told by the FBI director and parts of government that there was no FBI involvement, no nothing like that. It was kind of like nothing to see here, turn your head. So some of these actions that occurred by right wing, left wing, whoever they were, but by these bad people that did, breaking windows and different things like that. could have possibly been prevented had these FBI agents taken charge.
Do you actually think that the FBI stood there and watched that woman get killed? And watched the police
from what
get
we're
as
being
beat up
told
as
here,
they did?
absolutely they did.
I don't believe that. I think it...
Why do you have FBI people coming out and saying this is what went on?
Well, number one, I
have an article I could refer to from MSN. You can't get much, MSNBC, blah, 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 blah. You can't get much more liberal than that, saying that these people were there. I didn't. Of course, there was a Fox News article, but I'm not going to come at you with a Fox News article because you're just going to, drive that down because it's Fox News, which has been leaning more liberal than conservative lately. But the liberal news is saying 274 people were in the crowd during January 6th. So, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, do you think parts of the quote-unquote riot could have been prevented? Or was it allowed to continue because it was more of a benefit to the Democratic Party?
I don't see how a riot like that could benefit either one.
Well, because they're blaming it on Donald Trump as a conservative leader. They're blaming it on him, and then they allow this to go on. Yeah. And then the FBI said, "Oh no, nothing to see here. We didn't have no people there." But all of a sudden it comes out that allegedly they did.
Well, and allegedly they did a lot of stuff. And allegedly he was voted in as president at that time. Or no, he was. If you look at that, wasn't that that was what 2020, right, or 2021?
I believe, yes.
Well, he was president during that. He had just been elected during that. Or I'm getting my facts screwed up here. He was from 16 to 20, and then Biden was 20 to 24. There was so much going on back then that I'm not sure I would trust any media at all from it, let alone the FBI or anything like that. It just doesn't seem like.
Well, no, that information came from
let me
a government official that leaked it.
Let's look at it from another perspective here.
Okay.
That was Donald Trump was in from 16 to 20, correct? And therefore the FBI would have been put in place by him. And now you're telling me that all of a sudden they're coming out and saying that. Why didn't they come out at 2020 and say it? Why did they wait till now?
Maybe they didn't have the information.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they just didn't feel like telling the truth. But a lot of this stuff that I see,
it's not a matter of when you tell the truth. It's a matter of
smoke and mirrors.
Is the truth.
Smoke and mirrors.
Let's find out for you and me as Joe Schmo walking down the street, what is real? What actually happened? And that's more of what I'm concerned about than the politics of it. Because every Democrats do it. Maybe the Republicans held this back, waiting for something, getting closer to the midterm elections or whatever else. But if it's out there,
it's still
let's just show it.
How I felt about this administration, and I've said this here before, is he's full of smoke and mirrors. He thinks he's a magician in a lot of aspects. He'll take and if you watch anything that he's done, he'll take and wait till something. Trying to think what something easy would be. Let's say that the immigrant thing and the sending the troops to Chicago, whatever he's planning on doing. Okay, smoke and mirrors, man. I'm going to take and send all these troops to Chicago. And while the other stuff is happening out there in California or whatever, and what he's trying to do is distract you. He's good at that.
Really, you don't notice your party doing the same thing.
Oh, I'm not saying it. I'm not
distraction.
But the distractions is what's driving us here, and it doesn't seem like
at least what he's doing. At least what he's doing is serves the good of the people.
And Biden didn't.
People should not be here illegally. If you want to come here, you follow the rules. You come through the port of entry. You go through the process, and you come here legally. And we welcome you. And then you can become a citizen of the United States. But if you're flooding through the rivers and flooding through here and hopping fences and going through tunnels and bringing in fentanyl to kill all of our people, that's not right. I saw a thing, not to change the subject, where I forget the state it was, and it doesn't even matter, but somebody put up a Halloween display, and they had a couple MAGA supporters, mannequins, and they made them MAGA supporters that they hung and had a Mexican flag waving above them. Now, in the United States of America, really? Should that be going on? I mean,
if it's
I guess that's whoever it was, maybe that's their form of protest or whatever. I don't know, but
that could
seriously.
Be right. That could be right.
I mean, could you imagine that if that was next door to your house? How would you feel? And you're a fucking Democrat. You got MAGA supporters hanging from a fucking noose and a Mexican flag waving in front of them.
Anybody in their right mind would feel. Anybody in their right mind wouldn't want that there.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And these are the kind of things people are doing.
On the other side of that coin, though, Dale, as far as the immigration stuff, they're in such a hurry to throw these people out that there's been two instances that I've heard of. One is that Alligator Alcatraz, which was the stupidest name I ever heard. That they decided they pushed the issue and made them close it. Congress pushed the issue with them and made them close that thing back down. But there were 1,800 people in there, and nobody seems to know where they're at now. Yeah, this is a kind of this is real. This is my America.
Hopefully they're back to where they came from.
How can you prove that? Nobody knows. Nobody's heard two words.
I cannot answer that question.
Nobody's heard two words from them. Then on the other side, the other side that kind of goes along with that story, is there was a woman that had to go. She was from, I don't remember where the hell it was from. I think it was Ireland. Had a visa here for 47 years, and was renewed it religiously. She went to go back home because she had a family member pass away, so they left. They wouldn't let her back in the country. Said something was wrong with her visa. Now, you can talk all you want to about kicking the criminals out of the country, but what about these people that aren't? What about these people that have actually been up to date on their visas and everything like that, green cards and all? Where do you look at that?
Obviously, that needs to be investigated. What was the reason why her visa was turned down?
I'm not sure.
And why did they say that something in there was incorrect? Why? The why is what comes out. So you and I can sit here and speculate and say, it's because, Donald Trump said Irish people can't come into the country. And, or we could say, well, is there something that was going on why she was here? Is the reason they've shut that down when she's coming back in? There has to be an investigation, obviously. And
I don't think there'll ever be.
Are not the ones to.
I mean, she's been here for 40. She's been in this country for 47 years.
She's been in the country for 47 years doing what?
She had her own business and a home. She was
some kind of red flag went off. I have to say.
Yeah, she had a green card. That's what went off.
Some kind of red flag went off.
But as far as
just because she wasn't let into the country, doesn't mean
it said that
the article said, you're legal to come here, but we're not going to let you come in.
The article that I read said that she was a homeowner and she'd been running a business over here. I don't remember exactly where it was.
That doesn't matter.
It has to.
I don't care how many houses you own.
What?
And how many businesses you own.
Why are you throwing your people out that are here legally? How can you do that?
Well, first off, that wasn't your people because she was not an American citizen. Okay, so our people weren't thrown out. She was not an American citizen. She was someone.
She might as well have been.
That gave her allegiance to another country.
She might as well have been.
And for whatever reason, she didn't like that, was living in our country, had a business and a house, and making money and whatnot. And Lord knows, hey, we don't know. Was she selling drugs? Was she doing this? Did she have a whorehouse going on? Or was she just normal, everyday Jane? With a husband and kids and stuff like that. We don't know who she was, but for whatever reason, her papers were red flagged. So when you say throwing our people out of the country,
you can't throw the ones that are here legally.
She was not our people to begin with.
You can't throw the ones that are here legally out. How long
she lived here. She was still an Irish person.
Do
you know how many Irishmen we have that are American citizens? This country was damn near founded on Irish people. So now you've gone down a rabbit hole I don't think you're going to be able to get out of. Okay, because I happen to have Irish blood in me and Scots Irish, and I can tell you the whole story of how the Irish people got over to the United States, became citizens, blah, 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 blah. So why would you throw out an Irish person?
That's a good question.
There had to be something nefarious happening.
During the next week or 2 weeks, I'll see if I can find that article. I think it was on YouTube that I saw it.
Well, I'm saying, what I'm saying to you is,
but then
don't
again, I
say
heard it in the news
throwing
too.
our people out of the country when that's not our people.
They were here.
If she
they
was
were here
our
legally.
people, she
What
would
the
have been
hell?
like, I love America and I want to become an American citizen. And she would have become an American citizen. And then you know what? When she tried to come back home, she wouldn't have had any problems, would she? Wouldn't have had any problems. In 47 years, she never decided to say, I want to be an American. Okay, I live the American life. I live with the American people. I want to be an American. She never did that.
I don't know if she did or not. I can't answer.
Well, but you're telling me she's Irish.
I can't answer the other than what I read.
That's all she had to do.
Seen.
That's all she had to do is become an American citizen, and
they still would have thrown her out.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But if that were the case, they'd have thrown you out 27 years ago.
They should have.
All right. I mean, come on.
I mean, you drive
Let's be realistic.
all right, Dale. You got to go to on a trip to Europe, but you own a Chrysler, and when you come back in, they see you own a Chrysler. You're not getting back in this country. Go to hell. How'd that make you feel?
I hand them my passport.
And your passport was no good.
I'm a United States citizen. And they'd be like, you know what? I don't like your car choice, but move along. I mean, I might get strip searched. I might get all my luggage searched. I might have to go through some bullshit because they're mad at me.
Anybody that flies is going to...
You know what? I'll get back in the country.
Anybody that flies is going to have that happen.
You know, I've left the country more than once. So, you know, I know the process.
If they let you back in, why in the hell don't they let that other woman in?
And the fucking Mexicans were like, get this motherfucker out of here. Okay. They were like, he don't drink enough tequila. He drinking the beer. Get him out of here.
We make no money off you.
I mean, I brought in more booze than you're supposed to bring in. But you know what? When I got to the guy, he said, hey, do you have this, and this? And I said, listen, I have 2 big bottles. I have a couple of medium-sized bottles. I got a little bottle of this, and this. I'm not sure what the milliliters are. You can check it. But, you know, if I owe you anything, you know, I didn't even have to say that, but I'm like, if I owe you anything, I'll pay it. You know, because that was all they were worried about is you paying the duty.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me and went, move along. Not a problem. Because I was honest.
Nothing to see with you. All right, let's change the subject to something really kind of curious about. And that, as everybody's probably aware of by now, unless you've been living under a rock for the last couple of months, your president has
no, your president,
not my president.
Oh no, absolutely he is.
I didn't vote for him.
Who's the president of the United States?
I don't know. I didn't vote for him.
Who's the president of the United States?
A 34-time convicted felon. That's who it is.
Who's the president of the United States?
I don't know.
Who's the president of the United
States? You keep
States?
me for the rest of the show like that. I'm not going to answer it.
I can't.
He's not mine.
But you know what? He's your president.
Nope. Mm-mm.
And
not happening.
You can talk all that fucking liberal fucking bullshit nonsense all you want, but he is your president. Because guess what? We had to eat crow when your fucking retarded guy was in office. Okay, he wasn't retarded. He was just failing with
Yeah,
his mind.
we
I
need
don't
to
want to be
watch
mean. I don't want to be mean. That was disrespectful, and I apologize for that, folks. I should not have said that. But the man's mind was failing and whatnot. And you know what? That was my president because that was the president of the United States. Now, he may not have been pushing the buttons and doing the work, but he was the president of the United States. So therefore, in contrast, Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America right now, and that's your president.
Nope, not my president.
Whether I don't care whether you voted for him or not.
I don't care either.
What are you going to say? Well, I don't have to listen to him. I don't have to follow
I don't.
those rules and guidelines because he's not my president. I'm going to listen to what the guy in Russia said. You know, I'm going to go by what he said. I mean, come on, really?
Yeah, really.
It's your president.
Nope.
So
not
moving along because we could go on about this for an hour.
The way it was done, knowing some of the behind the scenes stuff that I found out during my researches, there was supposed to be two big deals of two major communications companies. There was one was actually being done by NBC or ABC, and the other one I think was done by CBS, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, go figure.
And there was another company they were trying to absorb, and it would have made these two probably the biggest communications corporations in the United States. Okay, the president decides that he doesn't like everybody because they're picking on him. Every time they do a monologue, you hear his name more than you do anybody else's, which is true. I'll give him that. But the thing of it is, he meddled and said he was going to get Stephen Colbert tossed off the air, and as of next May, he will be done at CBS. There's been no reconciling or anything else. Okay, those people, as far as Colbert's concerned, I think he's going another direction. It seems to me. But as far as Jimmy Kimmel, he was just about to go on the air, and they got wind that they needed to yank him off the air, and that's what ABC did. They kicked him off. Now, the steps after this was where it gets interesting. He threatened to sue ABC for $1 billion, and he probably would have won. And then
I doubt it. We'll go on.
Then, from what I understand, the stuff that I've seen and heard also is that Kimmel talked to ABC. What Kimmel actually said that caused all this rift really wasn't that bad.
And what did he say?
I'd have to find the clip. It was.
See, you don't even know.
I've seen it before. And basically, it was that he
made light of the situation.
That's
blaming Republican people for trying to find a way to make it look like a Democrat killed Charlie Kirk when it was one of their own people. Okay, a transgender guy. How many transgender Republicans do you know?
That's not saying.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know any.
That's not
Probably
saying there
can't
isn't
find
any.
but he was making light of the situation. I don't think he was being gruesome, rude, disrespectful, but the parent companies found what he had done to be disrespectful, and they pulled him.
Oh, the day after that happened, when they pulled him off the air, he actually got on he actually got in front of some reporters, I think, and said that he apologized to this woman's or this to Kirk's wife, saying that he really had no intention on hurting anybody like that, and it was wrong on his part. He took the blame for it, but then
To the American people, he never did.
Yeah, he did.
And he still hasn't.
Yeah, he did.
What do you mean he did?
He said you got.
You watched his monologue the first time he went back on?
Yeah.
He never, those crocodile fucking tears, that fucking bullshit. He never once
you don't like him
apologized
anyway, so.
for the words that came out of his mouth. Okay, you can't take back the words that came out of your mouth. All he did was do that and then attempt to justify the words that came out of his mouth. That was all he did. It was crocodile bullshit.
Anyway, to make a long story short here, what ended up happening was that Kimmel's coming back really didn't have anything to do with any of his actions. I'm not saying, I'm not saying what he did beforehand was right or anything, but why they were forced to put him back on the air was the fact that ABC was losing billions, and I mean billions of dollars. It got so bad at one point, people were unsubscribing to Disney, and they unsubscribed at such a rate they had to shut the thing off. They had to shut the unsubscribe possibility on the website off because people were going there in droves. And it was the same thing with 2 or 3 other things that he was involved. I think there was another big company that had to do the same thing. And actually, I think it was ABC and Disney.
And not to interrupt you here in the middle, and that makes everything you did right.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
We're taking that out of the.
Go ahead.
We're taking that out of the context.
I just wanted to interject that. Go on with your monologue.
But what had happened is ABC and Disney lost a ton of business over this. They were losing what was equated to billions of dollars. I can't give you an exact amount because I don't remember what I read. I hate when I do that. But what it came down to, Kimmel didn't have anything to do with getting himself back on the air, except for the fact that he was threatening to sue him for $1 billion. What ended up happening is the American people stood up and told these businesses, get that fucking president out of our business. And that's why you see Jimmy Kimmel now.
Okay. Now, you have a late night show, all right, that is viewed by, I'm going to use the word just because I can, viewed by many libtards. And they find solace in listening to him talk trash about conservative people. That's okay. Free speech, free speech, free speech. Okay? I'm all about it. So they get mad because they can't watch the Jimmy Kimmel show no more. And they start canceling shit And because, well, it was all the libtards watching this shit to begin with. So basically, who are the people
You
deleting
don't think any Republicans
all of
watched
their
him?
viewership to begin with?
If the Republicans didn't like
And
him,
then
then
maybe
why in
you
the hell
had
did Trump
conservatives
know every word
that
he
were
said about
deleting
him?
because they didn't agree with what he was doing in the first place. So yeah, you have this mass exodus, and that's okay. I mean, but the American people stood up.
Yeah, they
The
did.
American people.
I don't teach you to.
Bullshit. The almighty pocket stood up. And if you don't think
That's
he didn't eat a
right, Dale.
burrito
That's what stood
somewhere,
up. Money talks and bullshit walks. And that was
exactly.
what was
That's
going
my
on
point.
behind that
That's
scene
my
was
point.
bullshit. Money
There you
was the
go.
thing that
Okay.
talked, and the American people owned the money.
No, the American people didn't do dick. It was about money. Okay? The guy should not even be on air because he ain't even fucking funny to begin with. There is nothing about him. Nah, okay, don't get me wrong. He has an occasional joke that I giggle at, but I mean, he ain't that damn funny.
So no Republicans watch. No Republicans except for you watch that show.
You know what?
Come on, Dale.
I do not watch the show. The trouble is, I have a darling wife that is obsessed with Channel 5, and she leaves the TV on Channel 5.
Riot.
And then I'll go downstairs, and she's dead asleep, girl's knocked out, and Jimmy Kimmel's starting, and sometimes I'll stop and listen to the monologue. But if I go to like sit down and eat or whatever else, I'm changing the channel, and that's what I do. But I catch glimpses, bits and pieces, and that is repertoire. What can I say bad about Donald Trump or any other Republican?
He's a meddling old fool. That's what I could say about him.
And that's okay. That's okay.
And he loves smoke and mirrors. He's a magician. The magician president.
Jimmy Kimmel doesn't even say that. You're the only person that says that.
Give me a break. That's because I see what the man's about and
I know.
What he's for.
So fucking wise.
Yep.
You sure Alzheimer's ain't kicked in?
So you're sure that nobody Republican-wise watches these shows, huh? If that was true,
no. If
that was true,
they do.
If that was true,
how did
Trump know what he says about him?
See, that's the beauty of being a Republican. You not only watch stuff that benefits your frame of mind, but you watch the other things so that you can understand where the other frame of mind is coming from. So you have to, widen your views. So, you do stomach some of that shit and you watch it. You may not agree with it, but you listen to it just to see what the other side is saying and how they're going about it. So, yes, that does happen.
Okay, well, at least we got someone.
I will say we have a lot of people out there that, oh my God, they shut him down. His First Amendment rights were taken away from him. No, they weren't. Okay, because what happens is you've had a job. I've had a few jobs. You've had a few jobs. Generally, when you're taking a job, they make you sign off on the employee manual. Okay, and you sign off on the employee manual. I'm one of those individuals that I actually read it.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually read the motherfucker, and it says, if you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. You can possibly get disciplinary action up until losing your job. And that's what he did. We got to get this motherfucker out of here. And then all you libtards raised up, and he had a list of demands. I don't know if you've seen that. He had a list of demands he had to fulfill. Whether he's done that or not, I do not know. Cannot speak on that. But now he's back on the air. I think you'll see a tamer Jimmy Kimmel from here on out.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, he's one of them that I rarely watch that thing. I don't really like him that well myself.
I will, like I said, I don't mind catching the monologue once in a while just to see what kind of bullshit he's going to try to stir up. So I have on occasion, I do, if I happen to walk downstairs, I'll watch that. And he's got nothing in his pocket other than, making fun of Republicans and Donald Trump. He's got some other shit, a little bit here and there. The guy is kind of funny, but everybody marks it off as he's a comedian.
Yeah.
If you listen to him when he made his speech or his monologue that got him in trouble, if you've seen him enough times, you'll know cracking a joke, and then he gets serious. Okay? He was getting serious. All right? He flat out believed that what was coming out of his mouth was, the gospel truth. And I've seen him do it more than once because, like I said, my wife, Channel 5, if the show's on Channel 5, Justine's going to be watching it. Okay, you can guarantee that shit. And that's what got him in trouble. But he was not he was serious as a bone when he made those comments. He took a direct stab at the Republican Party, Charlie Kirk, and anything that had anything to do with that when he made his statements. It was wrong. It was wrong. And I think we can all agree.
Yeah. This is why I decided.
I want that. I want that noted. Yeah. Okay, he agrees that was wrong.
Oh, I know it was wrong.
Thank you.
Conceptually, it was wrong. What transpired?
I want that on the record.
But two wrongs don't make a right. But two rights build an airplane. But that's unimportant right now. Let's shift gears here a little bit. Let's talk about some Epstien files. Where the hell are they? I thought he said it was going to release them.
Where are they?
Yeah, where are they?
Right beside the JFK file.
Well, he said he was going to release those too. So what's up with that?
To be honest with you, I'm going to sit here and I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't know. The only thing I could say is I think it would cause, everybody's worried about, the budget and all that shit and the government shutdown. I think if that came out, you would have a definite government shutdown. Because they're all fucking crooked. Okay. Republican, Democrat. There's some good ones in the bunch. Don't get me wrong. But most of them, Yeah, crooked as shit. That's why they got into politics. It would literally shut down the fucking country because all these people were now under federal fucking charges for whatever they did or may not have done. Um, and I think that's why they keep it quiet. And everybody thinks it's because, oh, Donnie Trump. Donald Trump met the guy and then refused to allow him back to Mar-a-Lago. Okay. So obviously he distanced himself from this man after he met him, and all these other things have gone on. But everybody thinks, oh, the reason these files aren't coming out is because Donnie Trump was fucking little girls. That's what everybody wants to hear. Donnie Trump was fucking little girls. Well, you know what? Okay, let me give you this. Let's just say for half a minute. Let's just say, just per chance, Donnie Trump was fucking little girls. All right? And they let out the Epstien files. Do you know how many Dems and other people were fucking little girls?
Supposedly
You would shut down the fucking government.
300 or 400 of them.
You would shut down the whole fucking government. I mean, it's my belief that that's why this shit is being held back. Just like, with a lot of the JFK shit, they're waiting for certain people to die before certain things come out so that, well, no harm done now, I mean, I truly feel that, these crooked ass motherfuckers.
Now,
can we not agree? Republican, Democrat, anything in between, these motherfuckers are crooked.
oh yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, they may have the same beliefs I do, at least on film, but they're all crooked. How the hell else do you go into fucking Congress and you have like a $200,000 a year salary and you walk out a fucking millionaire?
A lot of times
Something's going on somewhere. Okay, so the shit's not right at some point in there. I don't know if it's the insider trading that is legal for them but illegal for us, or what it is, but it doesn't make sense. I don't trust any of them.
Oh, that I agree with. I wouldn't trust
What I trust is what I believe in my heart. And that's when I argue with you, I try to keep things in a perspective of coming from my own heart and my own opinion. Now, yes, I use articles and different things like that to kind of help my opinion, but do I trust all that shit? I mean, hell, I was watching Reels yesterday. I was on the Facebook and went into the Reels and fell down the rabbit hole. And yeah, China is sending all these fucking weapons and warships and all this other shit over to Venezuela. And Venezuela is going to fucking blow us up. But you turn on the fucking news, you don't hear a word.
And
I'm like, do you not think that is something that
that's another thing
they would be attacking? The news would be all over that. So it's like between AI and people making fictitious bullshit up, you don't know who to believe in the world other than yourself.
Yep. That That's exactly true, too. I don't trust any of them. I wouldn't trust any of them as far as I could throw them. The simple fact of it is they're out for their own. And that's the... Now, when you talked about that last thing, you kind of hit a nerve with me. I was watching one of the reporters that follow the government around. I don't even know the guy's name. He's a younger kid. And he comes on, we got breaking news. Donald Trump is further than any other president ever by declaring war on Russia. And he made this 5 or 6 minute spiel about it. You know, I looked at every news channel I could find. I watched the
Not a word. Cricket.
and not a flipping word. And it just, I don't know where they get off doing that.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. If something like this was going on,
that'd be you could bet that'd be all over the news.
something would be on there. And I'm flipping through, and you got this Canadian guy. He's a fucking prepper. Normally, I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to tell you about how World War III is about to begin, and blah, 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 blah. And he's going through his spiel and all that shit. And it's like, like I said, the big one I saw was China sending all of these warships over to Venezuela with and cargo ships with weapons and this and that, and how they're going to attack the United States and whatnot. And it's like, okay, but
prepare to.
I go here, hey, when I turn on my computer, I go to Yahoo News.
Prepare to turn.
Liberal as hell. Very liberal. Okay. If you just scroll through the shit, you'll know that they're very liberal.
Yeah.
So that's where I go to yahoo.com is where my computer pops up to. Nothing. Crickets.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, if Donald Trump allegedly just half-ass started World War III, one of y'all would be talking about it. Okay, yeah. but nobody's talking about it other than these people. They're just trying to get views. But the problem with that is now you have a situation where people are listening to that, and because that's where they take their information from, they're taking that as the gospel truth, and then that's kind of the same way they're making their political decisions.
Yeah.
Not based upon how they truly feel about the views, but now you're adding this stuff into it. Oh, Donald Trump just China's going to attack us. Oh, we better get rid of him. Which, well, you don't have to worry about getting rid of him. Okay, when he's done, he's done. I mean, but
thinking about that scenario,
it's fucking stupid.
People
are morons.
Thinking about that scenario where he wants to run again. If you made it for him, just think of this. Just think of the concept of this. If they changed the law and said you can run more than twice to get elected. If they make it good for him, then they'd have to make it good for Bill Clinton, Obama, and several others that are still alive. Probably none of them. Probably one or two.
How could they make it good for them?
What do you mean?
Let's just say they said, okay, Donald Trump can run for a third term. What in the hell does that have to do with Bill Clinton and Barack Obama?
You can't just make that happen for one person. if you were going to change the law, the law would have to be changed.
Oh, so well, those guys could rerun that.
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
But it doesn't mean they gonna become president.
Hell, I bet you'd have
they could run again. Yes, absolutely.
You'd have them all crawling out of the woodwork. Hell, probably President Washington would probably run again.
Hell, JF fucking K.
Yeah, that's another one.
I mean,
Bobby Kennedy. Yeah. Well, we won't talk about Robert Kennedy.
I think that's, well, first off, I mean, it would never happen.
Oh, I know that.
That's been the rule of the land for 800 and, well, over God knows how many years. 1776 to 20, well over, couple hundred years or whatever it is.
About 250 years.
I mean, nah, that ain't gonna happen. I you know what? If they made it 3 or 4, depending on what they decided to do,
do you know what they have to do in order?
I'm not totally against it as long as the people get to vote on that and give their opinion rather than Congress saying that this is what's going to happen. I would say the American people need to vote on that one. Because,
they would
have this representative democracy, but, well, it's actually a republic.
The thing that they would have to do in order to change that amendment, you would have to have 3/4 of Congress, not just the House, not just the Senate. You have to have 3/4 of the House of Congress, and you have to be voted. It has to be voted on by 38 states, and you have to have approval by 38 states. That's where this gerrymandering and all this bull crap is coming in with these maps, because there's easy ways that you can take and manipulate that, and
and trust me, your folk know how to do it.
Yours does too. Hate to tell you this. Hope you're not too.
Oh, they all know how to do it. Shit,
it's going to happen in Ohio, and the weird part about it.
Going to happen in Ohio. It's don't happen.
The weird.
Why do you think we have a Republican governor, and just about every senator and whatnot is a Democrat?
Yeah, he ain't going to be
gerrymandering.
He ain't going to be there long anyway.
Gerrymandering. Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but I hope not. I just don't. I just hope that it's not a libtard that takes over for him. It's somebody that has some fucking brains.
Vance?
But yeah. No, Vance is going to be the next fucking president.
Oh, we think we're fucked
we don't
up
need
now.
to worry about that.
Put Vance in there. He's had 3 years in a flipping political office.
Hey,
and you're
Kamala Harris had 3 years and a couple months, and yeah, you see that how far that got her.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think Vance would be the same way.
I bet you your fucking punk ass voted for her. I bet you your punk ass was lined up voting for that bitch.
Damn straight.
It was dumber than a fucking box of rocks.
Damn straight.
But that's okay. That's okay. That's why we're Americans. I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me. Blah, 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 blah. That's why we have this show.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on.
We're not here just to teach people how to argue.
No, we're here to actually argue.
Yep. I do a damn good job of it, too. Anyway, I want to cover one more subject, and I think that's about it on the list, except for the federal police force. As far as the government shutdown coming in 3 days. Do you think how much political crap do you think is involved in that?
A ton.
A ton? You bet your sweet ass there is. I think.
I mean, that's every time this occurs. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with the facts, the numbers, the anything else. It has to do with the political fight. Well, if I, it's all about quote unquote bending the knee. If I bend the knee, then this person looks like they beat me and blah 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 blah, and then the fight ensues.
Well,
That's
the
whole
last
process.
the last I heard about this was a couple of days ago, and I saw Trump making a speech about. He wasn't making a speech; he was in front of some reporters, and he was saying the Democrats want the transgender issue to take precedence, and I think he's a little off there, to be honest. I think
From what I've read,
I think there's more to it than that.
The Democrats are asking for money to give kids money to get a whack it off surgery, trying to get money to give to illegal aliens, trying to give money for, and I forget what the other thing was, but it's none of it is anything that helps the American people, but they want extra money for all this, their, liberal democratic nonsense. And, the conservatives, the Republicans have said, no, we're not doing it. We're not going to give you X amount of $1 million to give kids lopomophmies. We're not going to do it. Nor are we going to give you all this money to insure illegal aliens. As far as health insurance, we're not going to give you these different things. No. And that's all the stuff that they're trying to get is all stuff that has nothing to do with the American people other than letting little kids have lopomophies.
Well, you're taking in the worst part of that bill, of any of it, is the fact that they want to cut so much out of Medicaid and Medicare. Now, I'm on Medicare myself, and I got a pretty nice plan here. But you're
not understanding that. They're wanting to cut off the people that shouldn't have it to fucking begin with. It has nothing to do with the money you're getting or the insurance you have. But if we're paying $27 billion, I'm just throwing out a number, $27 billion for Medicare, and then we take the illegals off of that, now all of a sudden we're paying, say, $15 billion. We're saving money because illegal aliens should not have Medicare. But this is what they're doing. This is the Biden administration was giving these things to these people as they flooded across the border, which is taking money from me, you, and everybody else down the street. So that's where it's not there to hurt you. You're an American citizen. This stuff is when you take illegals off of a system, all of a sudden, X amount of people were deleted off the system. And this is what your liberals do. This many people were taken off the system. Well, but you didn't say that they were illegally on the system to begin with. Okay, you don't say that. And you don't say that the fact that the money saved by taking them off the system gives you more money. That's what doesn't occur.
Well, the thing, as far as the shutdown itself goes, I think that to Trump is another. It the way he acts, the way he's run this tariffs thing. Oh, I'll give you a little bit, but I'm not gonna give you anything. Oh, but I'll give you a little bit more. You're gonna pay 500% more in tariffs, and then okay, we'll just put it off for a couple of weeks. This is what I see happening as far as this shutdown stuff. Oh well, I'm not giving it to anybody. No way, no how. And then all of a sudden, well, maybe we'll just maybe we'll just cut the tariffs to 10%. And he's if there was a word
bargaining maybe.
If there was,
that'd be the word we're using.
No, I'd say wishy-washy.
Oh,
he's not sure what he wants to do to everybody.
No, he knows exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah, fuck us all.
Sometimes the walk from A to B causes you to kind of walk around a little bit more before you get to A to B. You have to feel out the other individual. Tariffs are one of those things that we had a show on it, and I was showing you what the percentage of tariffs other countries were charging us.
Yeah, I remember that.
As compared to, what we were getting. So to me, it's perfectly right for him to fight back on this issue. I totally 100% agree with it. Now, there are some downsides to it in certain spots until we get to that common ground. But if I could take somebody from 75 down to like 15%, I've done pretty damn good. Now, at the point we're at right now, what you're not reporting and what other people are not reporting are the billions of dollars that have been brought into the federal government alone because of the tariffs that he's put up. Now, eventually, and it's like eventually people are going to be like, man, this is costing us too much money. We need to sit down at the table with this individual. And that's what he's been trying to do. Just come sit down at the table with me. Let's make an agreement. Let's, blah, blah, blah. I understand you have this. I understand you have that. And we need that real bad. So we're going to give you a little bit more for that. But, we also have these things to sell that you need. So you need to give us this to get that and kind of put things on a level playing field. And that is all that's going on. And this has been done before. Twice more in history, this was done.
I can see that as far as the tariffs. I can see that action as far as the tariffs. But playing with somebody's livelihood, or
whose livelihood?
You're playing with the livelihood of everybody that works for the government that's going to be out of a job 3-4 weeks or whatever until he decides to get off his ass and settle. It's going to be that way.
Well, I've been saying half them guys that work for the government are sitting on their asses at home and ain't doing a fucking thing.
Oh, here we go.
So, I mean, 6 of this, half a dozen of the other.
And he just seems like he's happy about, we're going to just we'll let him go. I'm not going to settle. They don't want all these transvestites back in. Blah, 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 blah.
What's that got to do with tariffs? I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, that's what I was talking about. He's using the same tactics that he does with tariffs on
Oh,
this damn on this government shutdown. Haven't you seen that? I've seen it.
okay, all right. On his tactics on the government shutdown. Who sends the budget to the president?
Depends. You talking about?
What do you mean depends?
It depends on where it comes out of last. If it's
You got the House and the Senate have to
they have to
agree
agree to it, and then they send it over.
on a so to speak budget, and then it is sent to the president. Nothing has even been sent to him thus far because those folks can't figure out what the hell they're doing. So let's not blame Donald Trump on the shutdown because
he's the one
it
that's
has
going to be
nothing to do
responsible
to
for it.
Because guess what? Everybody said, "Oh, he's got the pen in his hand. He did this, he did that." Well, guess what? He's got the pen in his hand. As soon as they can come to a decent agreement, he may or may not sign it, but they have to come to an agreement first. That's part of the separation of powers that the United States of America has set up. So we cannot blame this on the president because at this point, it's not in the president's hands. It's in their hands.
Well, he hasn't even sent any word over telling him what he wanted.
Opinion. This is what I like. This is what I don't like.
He hasn't done any of that.
But it's not in his hands.
He hasn't done any of that.
Their hands.
He could at least suggest what he'd settle for, and he's not even done doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
I can't throw you like instances, but have you ever known Donald Trump to not have a fucking opinion? I mean, really? This is Donald Trump we're talking about.
Yeah.
You ever known him to not have an opinion?
I want to end up on.
Oh, they know how he feels about things. And what it is the Democrats, and I've seen it in article after article, are trying to shove in, pork, and it's like horseshit for illegal aliens. They want to give Medicare all this. They want all this money for Medicare for illegal aliens and different things like that. And it's like, wait a minute. Why should that be part of the budget? Especially when I'm the president and I'm trying to do away with having all these illegal aliens in my country to begin with. Do you think he's gonna sign off on that? Absolutely not. And it's the pork they're putting in has nothing to do, as I stated before, with the American people. And
I can't say I agree with
that's the fight that the Democrats and the Republicans are having right now in Congress. And to the point that I read an article the other day, it was a day or so ago. I'm not sure. Might have been the day before yesterday. But Schumer, Mr. blah, 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 talking shit, I'm going to get Trump, wants to have a closed-door meeting with Trump so that they can kind of talk things out.
And he's refusing to do it.
Now, this is, like I said, this came from the Facebook. So I take that with a grain of salt. I don't know if that actually occurred or not. But I'm like, okay, let's just say this is actually true. You see him throwing a hand out to the president, wanting to talk and say, okay, how can we resolve this issue without making me look like a bad guy in front of the American people? And that's what he's trying to do. Um, if that is the said case.
Yeah. I want to end up with.
No, don't blame this on Donnie Trump.
I want to end up with something kind of funny. I gotta
That
ask.
would be great.
I
You
got.
gotta
I
lighten the load.
I gotta ask. Did you see what South Park did to him? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen South Park.
Oh
And
my God!
matter of fact, I was telling Justine that my boss, he watches a lot of South Park, and he was like, "Hey, Dale, have you seen, you know,
You have
this
got
one?"
to see that.
He's like, "Have you seen this one?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't think I have, because I don't watch it all the time, but if I catch it, I'll sit there and watch it. You know what I mean?" And he's like, he talks about the school. They take them on a trip, and they go out to like California or something, and they're painting for gold. That's what they're doing. And during the time that Cartman is painting for gold, he's singing this song. And
I saw the clip of that.
he started singing it. That some bitch was stuck in my head for the rest of the fucking day. I mean, I'm like singing it in my fucking head. I'm like, I don't know if it would be disrespectful to, tell the crowd what the song was or anything like that. So that's why I'm like,
yeah, that's all right.
away from that. But it was, y'all know how South Park is. It could be taken as, I would say slightly, not overly, but slightly racist. The way they had Cartman singing this song, but it was just embedded in my head
Yeah.
for the rest of the day, to the point I'm telling Justine the story. So it's like I still remembered it. It's like I don't remember the words exactly to the song right now, but I remember the damn song. It's got me to a point I want to go like on Netflix or something and like find the episode.
You have
So
you have
see how
you have
the interaction actually was.
You have Spectrum TV, right? Or do you?
Yes.
Spectrum actually has Paramount TV for free. You just got to go onto the website and turn it on.
Okay.
You may want to go in there. What I will tell you and all the viewers, if you want to see something hysterically funny, South Park episode or season 27, episode 1 through 6, I think there is now. 1 and 2, if you don't walk away from that thing laughing, you ain't gonna laugh about nothing political. That was the stupidest damn thing I have ever watched. And they put Trump in bed with Satan, and Satan's pregnant with Trump's baby. It's the damn bad it ain't even.
Oh, I mean, they cross. I mean,
they have
cross every line there is to cross. I mean, there's no. I mean, that's one thing I can say about South Park is they do not discriminate.
Nope.
They somewhere, sometime, they've gone after everybody. I don't give a shit. Black, white, pink, purple, blue, green, indigo, violet, any color of the rainbow, gay, straight, all these other words we got going on now, pansexual, whatever else. I don't know what all these other extra things mean. They'll hit everybody. I mean, they there is no discrimination. But
No.
what I will tell you, and this will make you laugh, and I'm going to say a bad word on air, people. And it's because I have to explain how things happen. My boss has a friend, a female. He's a married man, so, they ain't messing around or nothing. And she's married to a dude that has been in several movies. Not like a movie star or anything, but done scenes. He's done commercials. He's done this. He's done that. And I forget the big one. Oh, Lord, maybe it'll come back to me.
Please don't tell me it's
tell you
a
later. But if if I can think of that, he was in. Aquaman. You remember when Aquaman's in the bar and he rolls and that biker rolls up and starts shit with him?
Yeah, I've watched that movie.
He steps up out of the chair and the guy's like, "Can I get a selfie?" Okay, that's him. That's him. So that's his little cameo. And he's done that. He's done commercials. He's done other things. And he was like out and about because he was in LA at the time. And he ran across the guys who write for, the guys that do South Park.
Trey Parker and what's that other guy's name?
I don't know. I don't know names. But he ran across them and he was like, "Hey, faggots." And they were just, he thought he was going to get a giggle out of them because of, if you see comedy and the parody that they do, you would think that, they would find that a little bit funny, and be able to move on. But no, they got like all kind of butthurt and shit. And, he thought that was going to give him an opportunity to go up to him and talk to him and maybe get a picture or whatnot. And they got all butthurt because he called him a faggot. And it's like, really, the shit that you put on TV and you're going to get upset because somebody called you a name.
Yep.
And I was just absolutely flabbergasted after I heard that.
It happens. Anyway, I think we can wrap this up for tonight. We're almost at an hour and a half anyway. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as we enjoy arguing. Coming up next on the network here is going to be Saturday morning. We've restarted the Four Guys on Sports. It's been kind of tough on a personal note here because a couple of weeks ago my son passed away of some illness, and it kind of really hit hard. But that was his show too. So we're trying to find. We're open to people that want to guest host until I find somebody that wants to take it over. But if you're interested in that, get a hold of me at office. It's Crooked Radio or crookedriverradio.com. Then that's Saturday from 11 to 1 or 11 to noon. Sunday we've got Radioactive coming up at 7:30. On October 12th, for that show, we've actually got Tamaya Woods coming back. Her son was involved in a sexting scandal that was up in Streetsboro. It happened to him, and he committed suicide. It's been a while since we talked to them, and I kind of just want to go home and catch up on them a little bit. They're good. They're a fantastic couple of people. So I figured we'd check up on them. And then next week, Monday, a week from now, we'll have the Elmer's World show will be on, and you might want to tune in for that one because there just might possibly be a guest.
Oh,
I haven't reached out yet, but I'm probably gonna. So
all right.
I'll let everybody know as we get there. I think that's it, ain't it? As always, thanks for joining me, Dale.
Thank you.
I'd be sitting here talking.
Give me the platform.
I'd be sitting here talking to myself if it wasn't for you. And
Hey, you got the dogs.
yeah,
They listen and they don't even. They're different from me. They don't talk back. They'll just be like, okay, all right,
Yep. Anyway, we'll go ahead and call it quits here. Y'all have a good week, and we'll see you sometime in the next week or so. 7-3, y'all, and bye.
Good night, folks.